Good afternoon, student. I welcome you all in class 9. As we all know that due to COVID-19, we are unable to conduct the formal classes. So here we are with the online classes, and I, Pallavi Joshi, is going to teach you geography. And today we will start the first chapter of geography, that is India, size and location. In this chapter, India size and location, you will come to know about your country, its size and the location of our country in the world. The topic which we will cover in this chapter are location, size, India and the world, India's neighbor. So, we will start the first topic, that is location. In this topic, we will see the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of the country. But before starting the topic, first I want to tell you about the latitudes and longitudes. See student, you can see the grid of the lines in this map. These are latitudes and longitudes. But what is the difference between latitudes and longitudes? Latitudes are horizontal lines and they are 180 in numbers. In this map you can see the latitudes. The 0 degree latitudes, which is known as equator, divided the earth into two equal parts, and there are 90 latitudes which are above the equator and 90 latitudes which are below the equator, and the part which is above the equator known as northern hemisphere. On the other hand, the part which is below the equator known as southern hemisphere. Now student, you can see some vertical line also in this map. These vertical lines are the longitudes and they are 360 in numbers. The 0 degree prime meridian passes through the center of the earth and there are 180 longitudes which are on the western side of the prime meridian, and there are 180 longitudes which are on the eastern side of the longitude. So these are the latitudes and longitudes. I hope you must have read about these latitudes and longitudes in your previous classes. Now we'll get back to the topic student. We will see the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of the country. The latitudinal and longitudinal extent of the country is 8 degree 4th minute and 37 degree 6 minute north, and the longitudinal extent of the country is 68 degree 7 minute east and 97 degree 25 minute east. This you can understand through this map. See, the latitudinal extent of the country is 8 degree 4th minute north to 37 degree 6 minute north, and the longitudinal extent of the country is 97 degree 25 minute east and 68 degree 7 minute east. Now student, I have a question for you, that the latitudes 8 degree 4th minute, it is in the southern part of the country, but why we are reading them as a 8th degree 4th minute north latitude? Can you tell me the answer? Yes. The latitudes which are above the equator, we read them as a northern latitudes, and the latitudes which are below the equator, we read them as a southern latitudes. So the 8th degree 4th minute latitude is above the equator, that's why we are reading it as 8th degree 4th minute north latitude. In the same way student, there are eastern longitude and western longitudes. The longitudes which are on the eastern side of the prime meridian, we read them as eastern longitudes, or the longitude which are on the western side of the prime meridian, we read them as the western longitude. So both the longitudes are on the eastern side of the prime meridian. That's why we are reading them as a eastern longitude. I hope you understood it now. Now, the second most important latitude, that is 23.5 degree latitude, which is passes through the center of our country. You can see 23.5 degree north latitude passes through the center of the country, and it divided our country into two equal parts. And one thing always remember, student, that these latitudes and longitudes are the imaginary line which are used for navigation and for the location of any country. There is no such line on the earth. And the Tropic of Cancer, which passes through the center of the country, it divides our country into two equal parts. And in India, Tropic of Cancer passes through 8 states. Student, if you have the pen and notebook, you can note down the name of these states. These are Rajasthan, Gujarat, MP, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura and Mizoram. Again I am repeating. The Tropic of Cancer passes through 8 states in India, and the name of these states are Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura and Mizoram. I hope you have written the name of these states. In the southern part of the country, two island groups are also the part of Indian subcontinent. These are Andaman and Nicobar Island on the eastern side of the country and Lakshadweep Island on the western side of the country. Now, student, we will start the next topic, that is size of the country. The landmass of India has an area of 3.28 million square kilometer, and India's total area accounts for about 2.4% of total geographical area, and with 3.28 million square kilometer area, India is the 7th largest country of the world. Student, do you know the name of the countries which are larger than our country? The name of these countries are Russia, Canada, USA, China, Brazil, Australia. These are the countries which are larger than India in terms of area. And in this picture we can see the length of the country is from east to west, that is 2933 kilometer, and from north to south the length of the country, the total length of the country is 3214 kilometer. And now student, the total land boundary of the country is about 15,200 kilometer, and the total coastline of the mainland, including the Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep Island, as I told you that these two island groups are the part of Indian subcontinent, is 7,516.6 kilometer. And India is bounded by the Youngfold mountain range in the north, which run parallel from western to eastern part of the country, and you know them as a Himalayan range or Himalayan mountains. How these mountains have formed, that we will discuss in next chapter. Now, next is the longitudinal extent of the country. Already we have discussed in the previous topic. The longitudinal extent of the country is 97.25 east and 68 degrees 7 east. Because of the longitudinal extent, student, there is a time lag of 2 hours between Gujarat and Arunachal Pradesh. Means the sun rises 2 hours early in Arunachal Pradesh, Because of this, there are time lag of 2 hours. But student, our watches always show the same time, whether we are any part of the country, in the eastern part of the country or in the western part of the country. It is because of this prime meridian you can see in this map, 82 degree 30 minute east, which has been selected as the standard meridian of India, and which gives the whole country a uniform time. And this 82 degree 30 minute east longitude passes through the Mirzapur, which is in Uttar Pradesh. It passes through the center of the country. So it has been selected as the standard meridian of India, and it gives the whole country a uniform time. And because of the uniform time, there is no confusion regarding the timing of the trains, flights, and regarding the timing of the telecast of any your favorite cricket match or your serial. Now student, we will start the next topic, India and the world, and we will see the location of India in the world and how it is beneficial for our country, and how because of the location of our country, India uh, contact since ancient time to South East Asian country and Southwest Asian country. The Indian landmass has a central location between the East and the West Asia, and the trans-Indian Ocean routes connect the countries of Europe in the west and the countries of East Asia, which provide a strategic location to India, because from these sea routes different travelers, traders from our country went to different part of the world, and different travelers and traders from different part of the world came to our country, and there was an exchange of commodities because of these sea routes. And India established a close contact with West Asia, Africa, Europe from the western coast, and with the South East and East Asia from the eastern coast. Student, India not only connected with different part of the world through the sea routes, but various passes in the north across the mountain have provided passage to the ancient travelers, while the ocean restricted such interaction for a long time. And these routes have contributed in the exchange of ideas and commodities, like the ideas of the Upanishad, Ramayana, the stories of Panchatantra, Indian numerals, the decimal system could reach different part of the world from our country, and different commodities like spices, muslin, merchandise were taken from India to different countries. Not only India exported the things to different part of the world, but on the other hand, the influence of Greek sculpture and architectural style can be seen in different part of our country. So student, these sea routes and mountain passes help India to make the contact with different part of the world. Now student, we will move forward to the next topic, that is India's neighbors. In this topic, we will come to know about our neighbors, India's relation with its neighbor, and India occupies an important strategic position in South Asia that already we have discussed in previous topic, how the location of India help India to make the contacts with other countries from ancient times. Now student, it is written here that India has 29 states and 7 union territories. See student, it has not been updated, that India has now 28 states and 8 union territories. I hope that all of you are aware with this fact that last year our government has passed a bill through which Jammu and Kashmir, which was a state earlier, converted into two union territories, and these two union territories are Ladakh and Srinagar. With that, there were 28 states and 9 union territories. But now, student, do you know that there are 8 union territories at present, not 9 union territories. So I will tell you first कि from 26 January 2020, the government passed a bill, the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha passed a bill, and they have merged two of our union territories, and these two union territories are Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. Earlier, Dadra and Nagar Haveli was a one union territory, and Daman and Diu was another union territories, and because of that there were 9 union territories. But because of the new bill which was passed by the parliament, the two union territories has been merged, and these are Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. And at present there are 8 union territories. And student, if you have the notebook and pen, so please note down the name of these union territories. These are Delhi, Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, and Daman and Diu, Pondicherry and Chandigarh. If you do not have the notebook and pen, then you can pause the video, you can bring your notebook and you can note down the information. And from the next time, student, please keep a notebook and a pen always with you, so that important terms and notes you can note down in your copy, and later on you can revise it. Now we'll see which are the countries with whom India shared its boundaries. Now, through this map, we can see that in the west, India shared its boundary with Pakistan and Afghanistan. In the east, India shared its boundary with Nepal, Tibet, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar. Tibet, many people think that Tibet is part of India, but no, it's not right. Tibet is part of China. And in the southern, two island groups are India's neighbor, and these two island groups are Maldives and Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka separated from India by a narrow channel, which you can see in this map. It is a narrow channel through which Sri Lanka separated from India, and this narrow channel known as Palk Strait and the Gulf of Mannar. India has strong geographical and historical links with his neighbor. So student, with this topic our chapter is over. It was a short chapter. I hope you understood it in a easy way. Now, before moving forward to the exercises, first of all, we will revise the terms which we have learned in this chapter. The first is India completely lying in the northern hemisphere. The land extent between 8 degree 4th minute north and 37 degree 6 minute north latitudes, and the longitudinal extent of our country is 68 degree 7th minute east and 97 degree 25 minute east. The Tropic of Cancer divided the country into two equal parts. The landmass of India has an area of 3.28 million square kilometer, that is 2.4% of the world. India is the 7th largest country of the world, and the land boundary of India is 15,200 kilometer, and the length of the coastline of India is 7,000 516.6 kilometer. 82 degree 30 minute east passing through Mirzapur, UP, which has been taken as the standard meridian of India, which gives the whole country a uniform time. And India has 28 states and 8 union territories at present. Two territories of India's has been merged. These are Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Then India shared its land boundaries with Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and Maldives, and Sri Lanka separated from India by a narrow channel, that is Park Strait and Gulf of Mannar. I hope you will remember all these terms. Now we'll move forward to the exercises. So here are the question answer. First we will discuss the multiple choice of question answer. First question is, the Tropic of Cancer does not the Tropic of Cancer does not pass through, and the answer is Odisha. Odisha is the state from which the Tropic of Cancer does not pass. The second question is, the easternmost longitude of India is 97 degree 25 minute east. And the third question is, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal and Sikkim have common frontiers with which country? Which country, student? And the answer is Nepal. Next question is, if you intend to visit Kavaratti during your summer vacation, which one of the following union territories of India you will be going to? And the answer is Lakshadweep. Next is, my friend hail from a country which does not share land boundary with India. Identify the name of that country. And answer is Tajikistan, because rest of the country share their land boundaries with India. So the right answer is Tajikistan. Now next questions, answer the following questions briefly. Means you have to give the answer in one or two words or in a sentence, not more than that. The first question is, Nepal, name the group of islands lying in the Arabian Sea. And the answer is Lakshadweep. Again I am repeating the answer of this question. The answer is Lakshadweep. Second question is, name the countries which are larger than India. And I think everybody know the answer of this question. And the answer is Russia, Canada, China, USA, Brazil, Australia. These are the countries which are larger than India. Next is, which island group of India lies to its southeast, means in Bay of Bengal, that is Andaman and Nicobar Island lie in the southeast direction, and on the southwest direction Lakshadweep Island. Next is, which island countries are our southern neighbors? And the answer is Maldives and Sri Lanka. These two islands are our southern neighbors. Next question, the sun rises 2 hours earlier in Arunachal Pradesh as compared to Gujarat in the west, but the watches show the same time. How does this happen? I told you, student, that there is a time lag of 2 hours between Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat due to the longitudinal extent, but our watches show the same time whether we are in the eastern part of the country or in the western part of the country. So what is the reason behind this? Because the 82 degree 30 minute east longitude has been selected as the standard meridian of India, which gives the whole country a uniform time, and this meridian passes from Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh and it passes through the center of our country. The next is the central location of India at the head of the Indian Ocean is considered of great significance. Why? See, the answer of this question is the central location of India at the head of Indian Ocean is considered of great significance because the location of India helps India to establish close contact with West Asia, Africa, and Europe. The vast coastline of the natural harbour have benefited India in carrying out trade and commerce with neighbouring countries, whether they are in the western coast of India or in the eastern coast of India. So, the location of India at the head of the Indian Ocean is considered of great significance. I hope you understood the chapter. If you have any doubt, student, you can send me the message in my personal WhatsApp number. Now we will meet in next online class. Till then, take care of yourself. Stay home, stay safe.